points across the field, as if the sky is exhaling everything it kept quiet since the last time we were here. The wind moves slow tonight, like it's careful not to disturb the past. My boots sink into the powder, right where your steps used to be. I trace the air you once breathed, wondering if the cold held on to it longer than I ever could. And something in the silence feels too familiar, like the snow has been waiting to tell me what it saw. The snow remembers us, even if we don't. It falls in the same soft patterns as the night we stood here close. It covers the old footprints, but never quite forgets that once two people loved each other in the middle of this winter. I stop at the exact line where your shadow used to lean into mine. The horizon glows faintly, just like that night your hand shook when you tried to warm mine. I swear the snowfall copies every gesture we made, as if it's replaying us quietly. And in the hush between breaths, I hear something small, like the echo of your name, woven into the cold. The snow remembers us, even if we don't. It falls in the same soft patterns as the night we stood here close. It covers the old footprints, but never quite forgets that once two people loved each other in the middle of this winter. Do you feel it too? How the air carries pieces of who we used to be. Sometimes I think the snow remembers better than either of us ever tried to. The snow remembers us, every whisper, every breath. It holds the quiet moments we left scattered on the ground. Even if the years drift on and our memories fade slow, the snow keeps falling the same way, because it still remembers us. The wind turns soft for a second, almost like it's nodding. Then the world goes white, and the past becomes part of the sky again. The wind kept You just reached over, pulled my scarf higher, your thumb brushing the corner of my jaw, like you were checking if I was still warm enough. It was the first moment all day that didn't feel harsh. I leaned into your shoulder without planning to. You laughed softly, like you already knew I wouldn't last long against that wind. Cold wind, gentle you, the world keeps cutting in sharp lines, but you move in soft ones. Every gust hits me harder, and every time you're the thing that steadies my breath again. It almost feels unfair how warmth chooses you first. We reached that little street where the buildings curve inward just enough to quiet the air. You tapped my sleeve, asked if my hands were freezing again, and without waiting you slid your fingers over mine. Slow, patient, like you were convincing winter to calm down for a minute. I didn't answer, I just let myself melt into your coat. The wind rose behind us, but your voice stayed calm, as if the season didn't apply to anywhere you stood. Cold wind, gentle you, you make the harsh things feel survivable. I keep turning toward the warmth, and it's always you. Even when the frost pulls at everything, you're the one part of winter that feels kind. Sometimes I think the weather isn't trying to hurt me, it's just trying to show the difference between the world and you. And every time the cold bites down, your touch answers it with something soft enough to change the whole meaning of the season. Cold wind, gentle you, the contrast I never knew I needed. The world freezes over, and somehow your hands stay warm enough for both of us. If winter keeps coming back stronger, then let it. I've already found my quiet place in the storm. The room holds its breath with me, pen uncapped, a stack of cold envelopes spread out like quiet confessions I never mailed. I find the first letter folded wrong, ink smudged from my thumb. When I change my mind again, your name at the top looks fragile, as if even the paper knew I wouldn't be brave enough. The fireplace crackles low behind me, burning slower than my thoughts. Every time I start to write, the truth comes out too loud. So I cross the lines, pretend they were never mine. These December letters unsent, sleeping in the drawer beside my bed. Every word I meant for you got trapped between fear and hope instead. If If you ever wonder where my heart went, it's pressed in folded pages I never had the courage to send. There's one I wrote past midnight, hands shaking from the cold. I told you how the winter feels heavier without your laugh. I wrote that I'm sorry for leaving things unfinished, and that I missed the way you said my name like it mattered. Then I folded it twice and hid it under all the others, and every time the ink ran true, my doubt ran faster, pulling me back from what I almost gave to you. These December letters unsent, sleeping in the drawer beside my bed. Every word I meant for you got trapped between fear and hope instead. If you ever wonder where my heart went, it's pressed in folded pages I never had the courage to send. If someday you open one, would you hear my voice shaking between the lines? Or would it sound like a stranger trying to love you too late? These December letters unsent, quiet witnesses of every truth I hid. Maybe they'll outlast the winter, even if we never did. And if you ever wonder why I never said goodbye, I wrote it 100 times for you, just never on a day I could let it fly. I closed the drawer gently, like tucking a secret into sleep, and the last piece of paper shivers in the draft as if it knows. The room is hushed but warm, and your scarf is half finished. On my knees I hear you humming somewhere behind me, soft as the thread slipping through my fingers. I still remember the first loop I made, my hands clumsy, the yarn too tight, and you sitting across from me smiling as if every uneven stitch was precious outside. The frost pressed against the windows, but you leaned over guiding my hands like you were teaching me how to hold the world gently. Every row feels like a moment we didn't want to lose. A whisper you told me, a warmth I borrowed from your shoulder. Our love is woven slow, thread by thread, holding shape even when winter bites hard, wrapped around us like a promise that won't unravel. You and I inside one long breath of warm, safe, and something we built, one patient loop at a time. Now the scarf is longer than my lap, heavy with all the nights we sat close enough for our thoughts to touch, your fingers brushing mine. Whenever I dropped a stitch, you laughing softly, telling me imperfections make the warmth more honest. I swear the yarn remembers every heartbeat. And when the wind howls outside, I pull the fabric up to my chin and feel the way your presence is knotted through every strand. Our love is woven slow, thread by thread, holding shape even when winter bites nights stretch long, a shelter made of quiet moments, of patience, of you. And as I wrap it around your shoulders, I know winter can't touch us, not while we're held in something we made together. My breath turns silver in the air, hands tucked close against my chest, holding a tiny warmth the winter can't quite steal. The trees stand stiff in white armor, branches frozen like paused thoughts. The lake's a sheet of quiet glass, no ripple left from yesterday. Even the road beneath my boots feels like it forgot what summer was. But inside my palms, something refuses to fade. I keep checking for the heat, thinking maybe I imagined it, but it stays soft and stubborn, still warm in the frost, still beating through the coldest night. Everything around me can freeze, but this little fire survives. Even when the wind tries its hardest, it only blows the truth across our love is still warm in the frost. I hold the small stone you gave me, smooth from all my quiet worrying. It should be cold as the world around, but it isn't. It carries the echo of your hands, the promise you pressed into mine on a day the snow wouldn't stop falling. Somehow it remembers better than I do. The more the cold surrounds me, the clearer the heat becomes, a quiet proof that not all things surrender. Still warm in the frost, still beating through the coldest night. Everything around me can freeze, but this little fire survives. Even when the wind tries its hardest, it only blows the truth across our love is still warm. Maybe the winter thinks it's stronger, but every time it tries to numb me, I feel you more. Sometimes it takes the coldest days to understand what never changed. Still warm in the frost, glowing brighter than the world outside. Let the seasons test us, they'll only prove what stays alive. Even when the dark grows heavier, your warmth cuts through the loss. My heart stays burning, still warm in the frost. A faint crack of ice nearby, as if the winter finally gives in. And in my hands, the warmth holds steady. Keep seeing your light snow hides everything else. My breath floated upward, dissolving into a sky that didn't know darkness. I remember squeezing my scarf tighter, trying to trace the road by memory, because the snow erased every familiar shape. But somewhere inside all that blur, I thought of you, and suddenly I wasn't afraid of losing my way. Every step felt like walking through a dream, but then I saw a faint warmth, not bright, just human. I knew that glow, I always do. You glow in the white night, like a small miracle calling my name. Everything else disappears, but you stay steady in the quiet storm. I follow your warmth, even when the whole world turns to frost. You glow, and that's how I find my way back. As if the air itself was reaching for you. Your coat dusted with drifting snow, your hands tucked in your pockets, the way you do when you're waiting for me. I wanted to run, but the snow held my ankles in place. So I walked slowly, watching the distance shrink, like a candle pulling me closer. Even before I reached you, I felt the temperature shift just a little, just enough to know you're real. You glow in the white night, and the whole sky bends towards you. All the cold becomes gentle, and even the silence feels warm. I follow your warmth, even when the path is nowhere to be seen. You glow, and I'm never lost for long. I think some people shine without meaning to, not in brightness, but in the way they make everything else fall into place in that endless white. You were the only direction I didn't have to question. You glow in the white night, turning the storm into something beautiful. My hands find yours, and suddenly the world has edges again. Keep shining that quiet way you do. I'll keep walking towards you, always, always, I keep my hands inside my coat, but they're still shaking from the cold. A breath turning silver in the dark. I watch it drift like someone waving me on. The sidewalk slick, but I don't slow down. My phone buzzed once and I knew it was you. So now my heart beats running ahead of me as if it wants to before the feeling overflows. My cheeks burn from the wind, I rub them with the edge of my sleeve. There's a trail of footprints behind me, curving across the street like a messy melody. I smell pine smoke from someone's fireplace. It mixes with the cold in a way that reminds me of you. My steps get quicker on their own, like my body's learned the shape of your doorway. Your silhouette moves past the curtains, I almost trip on the last patch of ice. The snow keeps rhythm under me, as if it knows the song I'm feeling. 100 steps, I count them in my head, each one humming your name under my breath. 50 more, the cold can't catch me now. I'm warmed by the thought of you weight inside. Every crunch, every puff of air turns into music the closer I get. Your wooden door is a promise in the dark, and I'm running toward it like it's home. Hey, 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 hey. I stop just one step before the mat, snowflakes melting on my lashes. I lift my hand, ready to knock, but the door cracks open first. Your smile spills out like light, and all my breath rushes out in a laugh. 100 steps, all of them led here, to the warmth rising from your living room glow. 50 more, I would walk them every night, if it means ending up in your arms again. Every crunch, every heartbeat echo melts the winter off my skin. I'm here, and you're opening the door before I even try. I tap the door once with my knuckle, just to pretend I made it in time. You laugh and pull me inside, before the snow can touch my back again. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe out, the air turns silver. I lean closer just to feel it fade. The whole world slows down, like it's waiting for us to decide how winter should feel tonight. The porch light flickers on your coat, and I remember the first time we stood here. You laughed at how I shivered, so you placed your hands around mine, as if warming them was the most natural thing you'd ever done. The street was empty, snow drifting sideways, quietly determined, but we stayed still. Your thumb tracing circles on my wrist, like you were teaching my body a new kind of calm. And I realized winter wasn't something to survive, when I could lean my weight into you, and you didn't move an inch. Holding winter with you feels like choosing peace on purpose, letting the cold rest on our shoulders without taking anything from us. Your hand in mine changes the seasons, meaning I'm warmer because you're steady, and winter feels soft when we face it side by side. Snow gathers on the railing, but instead of hurrying inside, I rest my cheek against your shoulder. You smell like wool and home, and the kind of patience that makes me exhale. For the first time all day, you say nothing. You never rush moments like this, and I think that's why winter finally feels like something I can trust. Because when the world turns quiet and cold rest on our shoulders without taking anything from us. Your hand in mine changes the seasons' meaning. I'm warmer because you're steady, and winter feels soft when we face it side by side. I used to dread these months, all the faded light, the silence that felt too heavy. But tonight, wrapped in your quiet breathing, I understand something new. Winter becomes gentle when the heart beside you is. So let the night fall slower, let the snow gather where it wants. I'm here, I'm safe, and the world is kind in your arms. Holding winter with you is the closest I've ever come to feeling completely still and completely warm at the same time. At the same time. The forest holds its breath tonight. Even my footsteps disappear the second they touch the snow. The trees stand bare like they're listening, but nothing moves, nothing replies. I tilt my head and wait for a sound, any sound. Yet all I hear is the soft weight of snow settling on my sleeves. It's strange how silence can feel heavier than noise. I breathe out, watch the haze drift upward, fading before it reaches the branches. In this muted world, my thoughts become louder than the wind. And I'm lost, not in the path, but in the quiet cold inside the air around me. There's no echo, no rhythm, no sign, just the steady beat of my own heart, trying to stay warm. It's lonely here in a way that feels almost delicate, like the world pressed pause and forgot to start again. Snowflakes land on my lips without a sound, melting before I can taste their shape. My hands stay tucked inside my sleeves, but the chill slips through anyway. I stare at the gray sky, wondering why its emptiness feels so familiar tonight. Maybe it's the first time I've had nowhere to hide. A gust of wind moves my hair a little, then dies as if it changed its mind. The world goes still again, and I'm left with the echoes of things I never said out loud. And I'm lost, not in the path, but in the quiet cold that settles underneath my skin. No birds, no voices, no city hum, only the faint crunch of memory as it tries to surface through the frost. It's beautiful somehow to feel this small in a world that isn't speaking. I close my eyes and the silence deepens until it feels like I'm floating for a moment. I don't miss anything, and I don't fear anything. I just exist in the frozen space between breaths. And I'm lost quietly, willingly, inside this cold that asks nothing of me. If the world wants to sleep tonight, I'll sleep with it, wrapped in the hush it left behind. There's a strange kind of comfort in knowing the only sound left is the one inside my chest. I take one slow step forward, snow falling so gently, I'm not sure it's falling at all. Then the silence closes again, like the world exhaling around me. First time I said your name, that winter, it left my lips like a thin trail of frost, barely there, but sharp enough to make the silence split open. I remember the way it bounced inside my scar, as if it hesitated before leaving me, then slipped into the valley below, where even the snow seemed to listen. And I didn't mean to say it that loud, but winter has a way of stealing softness. Your name came out clearer than anything unspoken all month. Your winter name, it stretches farther than my breath can reach. Every time I call, it returns to me, carved a little deeper, brighter, colder, like it learned the shape of the wind. Your winter name, the only sound that knows how to find me back. Last January, standing on the ridge behind your old cabin, I whispered you again, not because I thought you'd hear me, but because I missed the way your name knows when it breaks the quiet. It's scattered upward, that time catching on the brittle branches, shivering a bit before dissolving into pale sky. Funny how I never get used to how it changes in the cold. Sometimes thin as a thread, sometimes sharp enough to tremble my hands. Your winter name, it stretches farther than my breath can reach. Every time I call, it returns to me, carved a little deeper, brighter, colder. Like you learn the shape of the wind. Your winter name, the only sound that knows how to find me back. I tried speaking it indoors once, but it didn't sound like you. It only comes alive out here, where the wind can hold it, roll it, give it a glow I could never make alone. Maybe that's why I keep stepping into the cold, just to hear you the way winter remembers. Your winter name, I call it knowing it might not return, but even the faintest echo is enough to reach the part of me still waiting by the valley's edge. Your winter name, the sound I keep, the sound I trust, the sound that stays when everything else is quiet. The stars feel closer tonight, as if the sky lowered itself just to see what I'm feeling. I lie back on the open snow, it's chill seeping through my coat, slow and honest. The world goes quiet above me, just the faint shimmer of winter light, reflecting off 1,000 tiny crystals. I can feel it touch my chest, right through the fabric like a question, asking if I'm ready. My breath trembles upward, thin as a thread. In the dark I rest my palm over my heart and hear it beating alone, small against the stillness. Snowlight on my chest, cold enough to reach the hurt I've hidden underneath. It sinks in slowly, numbing what used to burn. And for the first time I'm not fighting it, I'm letting the frost quiet everything down. My fingers tingle from the cold, but the ache inside my ribs softens in a way I didn't expect. Memories rise like faint shadows, but they lose their sharpness the longer I stay still. The night feels like a healer who doesn't speak, just listens. The snow places I've kept warm out of fear. If healing can be cold tonight, I'm learning how. I close my eyes and the cold becomes a blanket. Soft but honest, there's a peace in surrender, and not trying to warm myself, not trying to forget, just letting the pain settle until it finally sleeps. Snowlight on my chest, a pale glow sinking deeper than any touch ever dared. It doesn't hurt now, it just feels clean. If this is how winter comforts, then I'll stay until my heartbeat steadies into something new. A slow exhale rises, noting a tiny circle of air above me. The rest of the world stays frozen, and my heart lies still beneath the silver light. I remember standing by the window last winter, my breath making tiny ghosts on the glass. I refused to wipe away your name, sat heavy on my chest, not painful, just too warm for a season that demanded coldness. I pressed my palm against the frost, wishing it could seep deeper, numbing the parts of me that kept breaking for you. I don't wanna lose you, but I can't survive this softness. As answer can carve rivers and stone. I've never stayed. Now I beg for clarity, and clarity comes cold, clean, unforgiving, but honest. If turning frozen is the only way love survives, then let me become the quiet glacier that carries your name without breaking. Freeze my heart and watch my love rise higher. Let the storm take every fragile piece that ever bowed to fear or fire. If I turn to ice, I'll still hold the shape of everything I felt. Freeze my heart, free my love, so it can live where pain can't melt. The clock sounds softer than usual tonight, as if it knows we're listening. Your hand fits into mine with the quiet kind of certainty. We stand by the window, watching the final minutes slide off the edge of the year outside. Someone counts down too early, but we don't join. This moment feels too real to rush. Your breath clouds the glass, mine settles over yours. I look at you, and suddenly the noise in my head goes still. So here's my last December promise. When the hour turns, when everyone else shouts no, I'll still be holding your hand next year, the year after. Whatever time decides, I'll choose you with the same steady heart I have right now. The ticking grows louder the closer we get to midnight. Your thumb brushes my knuckle like you're making sure I'm still here. I am. I've never been more here. The city lights blink below us, trying to steal our attention, but nothing out there feels as important as this. Your eyes lift to mine right as the second hand trembles. It feels like the world is waiting for our answer. Here's my last December promise. When the year changes, my love doesn't. I won't let go just because the calendar moves. You're the constant I wanna carry forward, the thing I trust when everything else resets. If time is a line, then let this be the point where we choose the same direction. My heartbeat matches yours, slow, certain, like it knows we're making something that lasts. This is my last December promise, and every countdown, and every midnight, and every year we haven't lived yet. Your hand is the one I'll be reaching for. Let the fireworks shout above us. We'll keep our voices low. Love doesn't need volume, squeeze your hand, not to hold you closer, but to say, I'm not going anywhere. A soft exhale on the window glass as the world outside blurs white. I push the wooden door with my shoulder, and the cold air slips off my coat. Your mug is still warm on the table, steam drifting like it knows my name. The night is quiet enough that I hear the snow landing on the roof, one flake at a time. You turn your head towards me slow, as if even your heartbeat is adapting to this place where nothing rushes. This is where the snow falls slow, where the minutes stretch like fabric in our hands, where the world outside forgets its noise, and we forget the weight we carried here in this small wooden room. Time loses its need to move, and I stay close enough to feel your breathing warm my sleeve. Your fingers brush mine while you close the window latch. The cabin wood creaks softly like it's settling in for the night with us. I watch your reflection on the frosted glass, gentle, a little tired, but finally at peace enough to smile. You whisper, stay as long as you want, and the words fall lighter than the snow outside. This is where the snow falls slow, where the clock gives up on counting hours, where the quiet doesn't feel empty, just roomy enough for both our hearts. Here in the dim amber light, your hand finds mine without searching, and suddenly nothing hurtful feels urgent anymore. Let's breathe like we have all winter, deep, steady share. Let the cold fall behind the walls. Let the world keep turning without us for a while. I rest my head on your shoulder, and the night sinks into a slow motion hush. Outside the flakes keep falling, and inside we finally stop falling with them. painting the snow in shades of fading blue. We walk without speaking, boots crunching in a rhythm that feels old and true. I look down at the ground ahead of us, where the light stretches our shapes into something longer than we are, something reaching for tomorrow. They say a shadow needs light to survive, but I think ours have learned to breathe in the dark. Even when the moon hides behind the clouds, I know exactly where you are. We are not just bodies anymore, we are the contrast that defines the winter. Swallowing the last of the gray, our outlines fade into the greater dark. Not gone, just everywhere. Too shallow. as if the sky is exhaling everything it kept quiet since the last time we were here. Like it's careful not to disturb the past. My boots sink into the powder, right where your steps used to be. I trace the air you once breathed, wondering if the cold held on to it longer than I ever could. And something in the silence feels too familiar. The snow has been waiting to tell me what it's all. The snow remembers us, even if we don't. It falls in the same soft patterns as the night we stood here close. It covers the old footprints, but never quite forgets that once two people loved each other in the middle of this winter. I stop at the exact line where your shadow used to lean into mine. The horizon glows faintly, just like that night your hand shook when you tried to warm mine. I swear the snowfall copies every gesture we made, as if it's replaying us quietly. And in the hush between breaths, I hear something small, like the echo of your name, woven into the cold. The snow remembers us, even if we don't. It falls in the same soft patterns as the night we stood here close. It covers the old footprints, but never quite forgets that once two people loved each other in the middle of this winter. Do you feel it too? How the air carries pieces of who we used to be. Sometimes I think the snow remembers better than either of us ever tried to. The snow remembers us, every whisper, every breath. It holds the quiet moments we left scattered on the ground. Even if the years drift on and our memories fade slow, the snow keeps falling the same way, because it still remembers us. The wind turns soft for a second, almost like it's not in. Then the world goes white, and the past becomes part of the sky again. God again. Kept pushing against my coat, and I remember thinking, why does winter always feel so personal? faster than usual, trying to hide the way the cold stung my cheeks. You didn't say anything at first, you just reached over, pulled my scarf higher, your thumb brushing the corner of my jaw, like you were checking if I was still warm enough. It was the first moment all day that didn't feel harsh. I leaned into your shoulder without planning to. You laughed softly like you already knew I wouldn't last long against that wind. Cold wind, gentle you. The world keeps cutting in sharp lines, but you move in soft ones. Every gust hits me harder, and every time you're the thing that steadies my breath again. It almost feels unfair how warmth chooses you first. We reached that little street where the buildings curve inward, just enough to quiet the air. You tapped my sleeve, asked if my hands were freezing again, and without waiting, you slid your fingers over mine. Slow, patient, like you were convincing winter to calm down for a minute. I didn't answer, I just let myself melt into your coat. The wind rose behind us, but your voice stayed calm, as if the season didn't apply to anywhere you stood. Cold wind, gentle you. You make the harsh things feel survivable. I keep turning toward the warmth, and it's always you. Even when the frost pulls at everything, you're the one part of winter that feels kind. Sometimes I think the weather isn't trying to hurt me, it's just trying to show the difference between the world and you. And every time the cold bites down, your touch answers it with something soft enough to change the whole meaning of the season. Cold wind, gentle you. The contrast I never knew I needed. The world freezes over, and somehow your hands stay warm enough for both of us. If winter keeps coming back stronger than it, I've already found my quiet place in the storm. The room holds its breath with me. Pen uncapped, a stack of cold envelopes spread out like quiet confessions I never mailed. I find the first letter folded wrong, ink smudged from my thumb. When I change my mind again, your name at the top looks fragile, as if even the paper knew I wouldn't be brave enough. The fireplace crackles low behind me, burning slower than my thoughts. Every time I start to write, the truth comes out too loud. So I cross the lines, pretend they were never mine. December letters unsent, sleeping in the drawer beside my bed. Every word I meant for you got trapped between fear and hope instead. If you ever wonder where my heart went, it's pressed in folded pages I never had the courage to send. There's one I wrote past midnight, hands shaking from the cold. I told you how the winter feels heavier without your laugh. I wrote that I'm sorry for leaving things unfinished, and that I missed the way you said my name like it mattered. Then I folded it twice and hid it under all the others. And every time the ink ran true, my doubt ran faster, pulling me back from what I almost gave to you. These December letters unsent, sleeping in the drawer beside my bed. Every word I meant for you got trapped between fear and hope instead. If you ever wonder where my heart went, it's pressed in folded pages I never had the courage to send. If someday you opened one, would you hear my voice shaking between the lines? Or would it sound like a stranger trying to love you too late? These December letters unsent, quiet witnesses of every truth I hid. Maybe they'll outlast the winter, even if we never did. And if you ever wonder why I never said goodbye, I wrote it 100 times for you, just never on a day I could let it fly. I closed the drawer gently, like tucking a secret into sleep. And the last piece of paper shivers in the draft as if it knows. The room is hushed but warm, and your scarf is half finished on my easy. I hear you hum somewhere behind me, soft as the thread slipping through my fingers. I still remember the first loop I made, my hands clumsy, the yarn too tight, and you sitting across from me smiling as if every uneven stitch was precious outside. The frost pressed against the windows, but you leaned over, guiding my hands like you were teaching me how to hold the world gently. Every row feels like a moment we didn't want to lose. A whisper you told me, a warmth I borrowed from your shoulder. Our love is woven slow, thread by thread holding shape, even when winter bites hard, wrapped around us like a promise that won't unravel. You and I inside one long breath of warmth, safe in something we built, one patient loop at a time. Touch your fingers brushing mine whenever I drop beyond remembers every heartbeat. And when the wind howls outside, I pull the fabric up to my chin and feel the way your presence is knotted through every strand. Our love is woven slow, thread by thread holding shape, even when winter bites hard, wrapped around us like a promise that won't unravel. You and I inside one long breath of warmth, safe in something we built, one patient loop at a time. Sometimes I wonder if the scarf protects us, or if it's your hands I'm really wearing. All the tenderness you tucked into every place I didn't see coming. Our love keeps weaving on, even when the nights stretch long. A shelter made of quiet moments, of patience, of you. And as I wrap it around your shoulders, I know winter can't touch us, not while we're held in something we made together. My breath turns silver in the air, hands tucked close against my chest, holding a tiny warmth the winter can't quite steal. The trees stand stiff in white armor, branches frozen like paused thoughts. The lake's a sheet of quiet glass, no ripple left from yesterday. Even the road beneath my boots feels like it forgot what summer was. But inside my palms, something refuses to fade. I keep checking for the heat, thinking maybe I imagined it, but it stays soft and stubborn, still warm in the frost, still beating through the coldest night. Everything around me can't freeze, but this little fire survives. Even when the wind tries its hardest, it only blows the truth across. Our love is still warm in the frost. I hold the small stone you gave me, smooth from all my quiet worrying. It should be cold as the world around, but it isn't. It carries the echo of your hands, the promise you pressed into mine on a day the snow wouldn't stop falling. Somehow it remembers better than I do. The more the cold surrounds me, the clearer the heat becomes, a quiet proof that not all things surrender. Still warm in the frost, still beating through the coldest night. Everything around me can't freeze, but this body. Even when the snow hides everything else, the night was so white it felt unreal, like the world forgot its edges. My breath floated upward, dissolving into a sky that didn't know darkness. I remember squeezing my scarf tighter, trying to trace the road by memory, because the snow erased every familiar shape. But somewhere inside all that blur, I thought of you, and suddenly I wasn't afraid of losing my way. Every step felt like walking through a dream, but then I saw a faint warmth, not bright, just human. I knew that glow, I always do. You glow in the white night like a small miracle, calling my name. Everything else disappears, but you stay steady in the quiet storm. I follow your warmth, even when the whole world turns to frost. You glow, and that's how I find my way back. I remember the way your silhouette wavered, as if the air itself was reaching for you. Your coat dusted with drifting snow, your hands tucked in your pockets, the way you do when you're waiting for me. I wanted to run, but the snow held my ankles in place, so I walked slowly, watching the distance shrink, like a candle pulling me closer. Even before I reached you, I felt the temperature shift just a little, just enough to know you're real. You glow in the white night, and the whole sky bends towards you. All the cold becomes gentle, and even the silence feels warm. I follow your warmth, even when the path is nowhere to be seen. You glow, and I'm never lost for long. I think some people shine without meaning to, not in brightness, but in the way they make everything else fall into place. In that endless way, you were the only direction. I didn't have to question. You glow in the white night, turning the storm into something beautiful. My hands find yours, and suddenly the world has edges again. Keep shining that quiet way you do. I'll keep walking towards you, always. Always. I keep my hands inside my coat, but they're still shaking from the cold breath, turning silver in the dark. I watch it drift like someone waving me on. That sidewalk slick, but I don't slow down. no sounds, like it's cheering me forward with every crunch. Your porch light flickers through the branches, and I whisper just a little more. 100 steps, I count them in my head, like little drum beats pushing me through the cold. 50 more and I'm almost out of breath, smiling like I already see your eyes. Every crunch, every stumble feels worth it, because your door is the finish line tonight. I'm racing winter, racing myself to get to you before the feeling overflows. Do you feel it through life? My cheeks burn from the wind, and I rub them with the edge of my sleeve. There's a trail of footprints behind me, curving across the street like a messy melody. I smell pine smoke from someone's fireplace, mixes with the cold in a way that reminds me of you. My steps get quicker on their own, like my body's learned the shape of your doorway. Your silhouette moves past the curtains, I almost trip on the last patch of ice. The snow keeps rhythm under me, as if it knows the song I'm feeling. 100 steps, I count them in my head, each one humming your name under my breath. 50 more, the cold can't catch me now, I'm warmed by the thought of you waiting inside. Every crunch, every puff of air turns into music the closer I get. Your wooden door is a promise in the dark, and I'm running toward it like it's I stop just one step before the map. Snowflakes melting on my lashes. I lift my hand, ready to knock, but the door cracks open first. Your smile spills out like light, and all my breath rushes out in a laugh. 100 steps, all of them led here, to the warmth rising from your living room glow. 50 more, I would walk them every night, if it means ending up in your arms again. Every crunch, every heartbeat echo melts the winter off my skin. I'm here, and you're opening the door before I even try. I tap the door once with my knuckle, just to pretend I made it in time. You laugh and pull me inside, before the snow can touch my back again. Do 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 do. Oh. You breathe out, the air turns silver. I lean closer just to feel it fade. The whole world slows down, like it's waiting for us to decide how winter should feel tonight. The porch light flickers on your coat, and I remember the first time we stood here. You laughed at how I shivered, so you placed your hands around mine, as if warming them was the most natural thing you'd ever done. The street was empty, snow drifting sideways, quietly determined, but we stayed still. Your thumb tracing circles on my wrist, like you were teaching my body a new kind of calm. And I realized winter wasn't something to survive, when I could lean my weight into you, and you didn't move an inch. Holding winter with you feels like choosing peace on purpose, letting the cold rest on our shoulders without taking anything from us. Your hand in mine changes the seasons, meaning I'm warmer because you're steady, and winter feels soft when we side by side. Snow gathers on the railing, but instead of hurrying inside, I rest my cheek against your shoulder. You smell like wool and home, and the kind of patience that makes me exhale for the first time all day. You say nothing, you never rush moments like this, and I think that's why winter finally feels like something I can trust. Because when the world turns quiet and white, you stay warm and real and close, a still point where the cold can reach. Holding winter with you feels like choosing peace on purpose, letting the cold rest on our shoulders without taking anything from us. Your hand in mine changes the seasons, meaning I'm warm because you're steady, and winter feels soft when we face it side by side. I used to dread these months, all the faded light, the silence that felt too heavy. But tonight, wrapped in your quiet breathing, I understand something new. Winter becomes gentle when the heart beside you is. So let the night fall slower, let the snow gather where it wants. I'm here, I'm safe, and the world is kind in your arms. Holding winter with you is the closest I've ever come to feeling completely still and completely warm at the same time. The forest holds its breath, and even my footsteps disappear the second they touch the snow. The trees stand bare like they're listening, but nothing moves, nothing replies. I tilt my head and wait for a sound, any sound. Yet all I hear is the soft weight of snow settling on my sleeves. It's strange how silence can feel heavier than noise. I breathe out, watch the haze drift upward, fading before it reaches the branches. In this muted world, my thoughts become louder than the wind. And I'm lost, not in the past, but in the quiet cold inside the air around me. There's no echo, no rhythm, no sign, just the steady beat of my own heart, trying to stay warm and slowly here. was almost delicate, like the world pressed pause and forgot to start again. Snowflakes land on my lips without a sound, melting before I can taste their shape. My hands stay tucked inside my sleeves, but the chill slips through anyway. I stare at the gray sky, wondering why its emptiness feels so familiar tonight. Maybe it's the first time I've had nowhere to hide from my own mind. A gust of wind moves my hair a little, then dies as if it changed its mind. The world goes still again, and I'm left with the echoes of things I never said out loud. And I'm lost, not in the path, but in the quiet cold that settles underneath my skin. No birds, no voices, no city hum, only the faint crunch of memory as it tries to surface through the frost. It's beautiful somehow to feel this small in a world that isn't speaking. I close my eyes and the silence deepens until it feels like I'm floating for a moment. I don't miss anything and I don't fear anything. I just exist in the frozen space between breaths. And I'm lost, quietly willing inside this cold that asks nothing of me. If the world wants to sleep tonight, I'll sleep with it, wrapped in the hush it left behind. There's a strange kind of comfort in knowing the only sound left is the one inside my chest. I take one slow step forward, snow falling so gently I'm not sure it's falling at all. Then the silence closes again, like the world exhaling around me. First time I said your name that winter, it left my lips like a thin trail of frost, barely there but sharp enough to make the silence split open. I remember the way it bounced inside my scarf as if it hesitated before leaving me, then slipped into the valley below, where even the snow seemed to listen. And I didn't mean to say it that loud, but winter has a way of stealing softness. Your name came out clearer than anything I've spoken all month. Your winter name, it stretches farther than my breath can reach. Every time I call, it returns to me, carved a little deeper, brighter, colder, like it learned the shape of the wind. Your winter tried speaking it indoors once, but it didn't sound like you. It only comes alive out here, where the wind can hold it, roll it, give it a glow. I can never make alone. Maybe that's why I keep stepping into the cold, just to hear you the way winter went interrupts. Your winter name, I call it, know it might not return, but even the faintest echo is enough to reach the part of me still waiting by the valley's edge. Your winter name, the sound I keep, the sound I trust, the sound that stays when everything else is quiet. The stars feel closer tonight, as if the sky lowered itself just to see what I'm feeling. I lie back on the open snow, its chill seeping through my coat. Slow and honest, the world goes quiet above me. Just the faint shimmer of winter light, reflecting off 1,000 tiny crystals. I can feel it touch my chest right through the fabric, like a question asking if I'm ready. My breath trembles upward, thin as a thread in the dark. I rest my palm over my heart and hear it beating alone, small against the stillness. Snowlight on my chest, cold enough to reach the hurt I've hidden underneath it. Sinks in slowly, numbing what used to burn. And for the first time, I'm not fighting it. I'm letting the frost quiet everything down. My fingers tingle from the cold, but the ache inside my ribs softens in a way I didn't expect. Memories rise like faint shadows, but they lose their sharpness the longer I stay still. The night feels like a healer who doesn't speak, just listens. The snow holds the shape of my back, as if it understands the weight I'm letting go. And the steady thump in my chest sounds gentler than before. Snowlight on my chest, clear and quiet, washing over every bruise I couldn't name. I let it in, let it freeze the surrender, and not trying to warm myself, not trying to forget, just letting the pain settle until it finally sleeps. Sinking deeper than any touch ever dared. It doesn't hurt now, it just feels clean. If this is how winter comforts, then I'll stay here until my heartbeat steadies into something new. A slow exhale rises, melting a tiny circle of air above me. The rest of the world stays frozen, and my heart lies still beneath the silver light. I remember standing by the window last winter, my breath making tiny ghosts on the glass I refused to wipe away. Your name sat heavy on my chest, not painful, just too warm for a season that demanded coldness. I pressed my palm against the frost, wishing it could seep deeper, numbing the parts of me that kept breaking for you. I don't want to lose you, but I can't survive this softness. If winter can carve rivers in stone, maybe it can carve stillness in me too. Freeze my heart so my love can finally breathe. Take the fear, take the shaking parts, leave only what was true in me. If I turn to ice, I won't shatter when you leave my hands. Freeze my heart, free my love to fly beyond what pain demands. Last night I walked into the open fields, snow swirling so wildly it felt like the sky was shedding pieces of itself. I thought of how many times I held back my feelings for you just to stay whole, but the wind kept pulling at my coat as if urging me to surrender, to let the cold finish what my courage never could. I can't keep choosing warmth when warmth keeps soft and usual at night, as if it knows we're listening. Your hand fits into mine with a quiet kind of certainty. We stand by the window, watching the final minutes slide off the edge of the year outside. Someone counts down too early, but we don't join. This moment feels too real to rush. Your breath clouds the glass, mine settles over yours. I look at you and suddenly the noise in my head goes still. So here's my last December promise. When the hour turns, when everyone else shouts no, I'll still be holding your hand. Next year, the year after, whatever time decides, I choose you with the same steady heart I have right now. The ticking grows louder the closer we get to midnight. Your thumb brushes my knuckle like you're making sure I'm still here. I am, I've never been more here. The city lights blink below us, trying to steal our attention, but nothing out there feels as important as this. Your eyes lift to mine right as the second hand trembles. It feels like the world is waiting for our answer. Here's my last December promise. When the year changes, my love does, and I won't let go. Just because the calendar moves, you're the constant. I wanna carry forward the thing I trust when everything else resets. If time is a line, then let this be the point where we choose the same direction. My heartbeat matches yours, slow, certain like it knows we're making something that lasts. This is my last December promise. In every countdown, in every midnight, in every year we haven't lived yet, your hand is the one I'll be reaching for. Let the fireworks shout above us, we'll keep our voices low. Love doesn't evolve to be true. The clock strikes a quiet chime, slipping through the room. I squeeze your hand, not to hold you closer, but to say I'm not going anywhere. A soft exhale on the window glass as the world out push the wooden door with my shoulder, and the cold air slips off my coat. Your mug is still warm on the table, steam drifting like it knows my name. The night is quiet enough that I hear the snow landing on the roof, one flake at a time. You turn your head toward me slow, as if even your heartbeat is adapting to this place where nothing rushes. This is where the snow falls slow, where the minutes stretch like fabric in our hands, where the world outside forgets its noise and we forget the weight we carried here in this small wooden room. Time loses its need to move, and I stay close enough to feel your breathing warm my sleeve. Your fingers brush mine while you close the window latch. The cabin would creak softly like it's settling in for the night with us. I watch your reflection on the frosted glass, gentle, a little tired, but finally at peace enough to smile. You whisper, stay as long as you want, and the words fall lighter than the snow outside. This is where the snow falls slow, where the clock gives up on counting hours, where the quiet doesn't feel empty, just roomy enough for both our hearts. Here in the dim amber light, your hand finds mine without searching, and suddenly nothing hurtful feels urgent anymore. Let's breathe like we have all winter, deep, steady, shared. Let the cold fall behind the walls, let the world keep turning without us for a while. I rest my head on your shoulder, and the night sinks into a slow motion hush. Outside, the flakes keep falling, and inside, we finally stop falling with them. The sun dips low behind the tree line, painting the snow in shades of fading blue. We walk without speaking, boots crunching in a rhythm that feels old and true. I look down at the ground ahead of us, where the light stretches our shapes into something longer than we are, something reaching for tomorrow. The cold tries to separate us, but the angle of the light pushes our outlines together, where my darkness ends, yours begins. Two shadows in the cold, moving as one across the endless white. We are quiet proof that we exist, etched softly on the surface of the night. The snow can cover our footprints, the wind can't erase where we've been, but nothing can detach your shadow from my skin. Under the street lamps' lonely hum, our forms grow sharp and black against the frost. I watch the way you mimic my movement. Well, maybe I'm mimicking yours. It's hard to tell who is leading anymore. We are tethered by the ground beneath us, two dark mirrors reflecting the same soul, in a world that's turning to ice. The light gets thinner, the air gets sharper, but the darker it gets, the closer we seem to stand. Two shadows in the cold, moving as one across the endless white. We are quiet proof that we exist, etched softly on the surface of the night. The snow can cover our footprints, the wind can't erase where we've been, but nothing can detach your shadow from my skin. They say a shadow needs light to survive, but I think ours have learned to breathe in the dark. Even when the moon hides behind the clouds, I know exactly where you are. We are not just bodies anymore, we are the contrast that defines the winter. The night finally takes the field, swallowing the last of the gray. Our outlines fade into the greater dark, not gone, just everywhere. Two shadows in the cold, becoming the night itself.